Everybody, today we're going to talk about secondary sources and citation and how those work in academic genre expectations, and thinking about the way that using other sources informs your writing and the way you create and publish information. So the first thing to think about is no matter what style of citation you're using, no matter what kind of secondary information you're using, in an academic context, all ideas, thoughts, theories, and research used to inform your writing must be properly referenced. And so a lot of times people think about referring to a concept and then covering it with common knowledge. Well, one of the things we have to talk about is how do we understand common knowledge? Who are you writing for? What do you expect them to know? And how your expected audience really shapes what is considered common knowledge. Thinking about the total number of sources required, how that depends on the topic and the task, who you are as an author, thinking about requirements for course assignments versus things that you choose to do. There's a lot of definitely leeway and room, right? So generally a good rule of thumb to think about is that 1 or 2 sources per each key point. However, it can depend on the complexity of the topic, the genre expectations, and delivery. So all back to that rhetorical situation and thinking about how that works, right? So I'm going to give a highlight of what we call the author page format, which is an author tag versus a parenthetical. We are going to talk about this in detail in class, but I want you to understand the language. An author tag means that you're mentioning the authors as a part of the document. You're listing the authors in the sentence you're writing, where parenthetical shows that you're having the authors outside of the idea that you're writing with. I'm not going to read all of these slides to you because we are going to look at them again in class, but you do want to think about how to balance quoting and paraphrasing, right? So we know quotations have to be word for word. They have to be clearly cited. You might have to think about, if you're on a web text, how to provide a paragraph or a section rather than a page. You can also print an item out and refer to the pages in a printout, but it might print out differently for somebody else, right? And so there are lots of different strategies. How do you do audio video code sourcing? What creates an extended quotation that needs to be set off in a specific way? There's all of those kinds of things. When you're paraphrasing, right? And notice I'm not using the word summary because that's a different strategy. Paraphrasing is you are taking someone else's ideas and restating them, but you still have to make sure that you are not just mimicking them, you actually are showing that you're connecting and understanding the ideas. And in some fields, this is preferred over direct quotation because it does demonstrate you understand the content more. You still, and this is where you're more using parenthetical in a way. So we'll talk about strategies on when you might use a parenthetical versus the author tag. Again, your works cited page has specific elements. We'll go through these details. Here's an example works cited for a book, an example works cited for a website, the entire site versus just a page, an example from an article from a database, an example of an essay anthology. There's lots of different things that we're looking at here. And again, I'm just giving this overview here. So we have the common language of parenthetical, author tag, quotation, paraphrase. Those are the things that you need to understand as you come into class and we start working on doing the actual citation for your projects.